Si Mara ang controlling chairwoman at approved license holder ng Aurora Meridian Gaming Corporation. Ang kumpanyang may legal na karapatang magpatakbo ng Aurora Crown Casino. Ang asawa niyang si Rafael ang CEO lamang ng hospitality partner na namamahala sa hotel, restaurant, entertainment at marketing. Sa loob ng maraming taon, hinayaan ni Mara na si Rafael ang humarap sa media habang siya ang nagtayo ng licensing, compliance at financial control systems. Ngunit bago ang grand opening, nakatanggap siya ng mga report tungkol sa unauthorized VIP rooms, chip releases at guest accounts na hindi dumaan sa pagsusuri. Upang malaman kung sino ang sangkot, pumasok siya bilang ordinaryong compliance employee. Hindi alam ni Rafael na ang babaeng balak niyang alisin sa sariling proyekto ang tanging taong may legal na kapangyarihang panatilihing bukas o ipasara ang buong kasino. Ang empleyadang hindi nila nakilala. 11 oras bago ang official opening. Tahimik nang kumikilos ang Aurora Crown na parang isang lungsod na hindi pa tuluyang nagigising. Sa main gaming floor, sinusubukan ng dealers ang mga mesa. Chine-check ng technicians ang roulette displays at pinupunasan ng attendants ang mga kristal na ilaw sa ibabaw ng VIP pits. Sa labas, nagkakabit ang event crew ng giant gold ribbon sa entrance. Sa likod ng lahat ng marangyang dekorasyon, dumaan si Mara sa staff security lane gamit ang temporary badge na may pangalang Maya Santos. Nakasuot siya ng maikling dark wig, manipis na salamin at isang uniform na mas maluwag kaysa sa karaniwang executive attire niya. Sa loob ng 6 na taon, halos lahat ng senior manager ay nakakita sa kanya sa boardroom. Ngunit karamihan sa junior at outsourced staff ay hindi pa siya personal na nakilala. Mas mahalaga, ang pamilya Salazar ay sanay tumingin sa mga empleyado bilang bahagi ng background. Iyon ang pinakamabisang bahagi ng kaniyang disguise. Sinalubong siya ni Mateo Reyes sa compliance corridor at iniabot ang isang tablet na walang corporate logo. All surveillance channels are mirrored here, sabi niya. The official system still shows you as absent from the property. Tinanong ni Mara kung may nakakaalam sa board na naroon siya. Attorney Beatrice knows? 2 independent directors know. No one from Salazar Crown has been informed. Binuksan ni Mateo ang access map. Isang pulang indicator ang kumikislap sa VIP Room 7. This room should remain sealed until the regulator signs the final inspection. Why is the door active? Tanong ni Mara. Ramon Castillo approved an override at 4:30 this morning, under whose authority he entered Bianca Villanueva as ownership representative. Hindi nagbago ang mukha ni Mara. Ngunit mas humigpit ang hawak niya sa tablet. Bianca is not even a disclosed beneficial owner. Castillo says the documentation will be updated after the launch. Pumunta sila sa chip control area, kung saan nakasalubong nila si Anya Cruz, ang 25 taong gulang na inventory clerk na unang nagpadala ng anonymous report sa compliance office. Namumutla ang dalaga habang hawak ang isang sealed printout. Sir Matthew, they released 20 VIP chip cases without my final reconciliation. Tinanong ni Mara kung magkano ang halaga. 680 million pesos? Who signed the release? Ipinakita ni Anya ang authorization sheet. Sa ilalim ng pangalan ni Mariana de Leon Salazar ay may digital signature na mukhang malinis sa unang tingin. Ngunit alam ni Mara ang sarili niyang pirma. Ang long curve sa letrang M ay luma na niyang style. At ang document watermark ay mula sa 2023 construction contract. This signature was copied. Sabi niya. Nagulat si Anya. How can you tell? Sumagot si Mara ng maingat. Because the source pattern is visible. Someone pasted it from an older file. Hindi alam ni Anya na kausap niya ang mismong taong nakapangalan sa dokumento. Ipinaliwanag niyang inutusan siya ng warehouse supervisor na huwag isama ang chip cases sa official launch inventory. Ang mga ito raw ay promotional allocation para sa Golden Crest Premier Club. Ang VIP company ni Marco Salazar. I asked for source of funds records. Sabi niya, they told me those guests are personal contacts of Mr. Rafael. Did the guest complete customer verification? Tanong ni Mara. Only 7 out of 12 have complete files. 3 use newly formed corporations. 1 is under internal alert. 1 has no banking profile at all. Tumingin si Mateo sa chip room camera. Where are the cases now? 14 are already inside. Room 7. 6 are in the service vault waiting for pickup. Bago sila makapagpatuloy, bumukas ang secure door at pumasok si Ramon Castillo kasama si Marco Salazar. Si Marco ay nakasuot ng ivory suit at may hawak na listahan ng VIP guests. Nang makita si Anya na may dalang printout, agad siyang nainis. Why are those papers still here? Tanong niya. They should have been destroyed after the digital release. Sumagot si Anya. The physical copy is part of chip accountability. Not tonight. Itinuro niya ang 6 remaining cases. Move them to room 7 before the first guest arrive. Si Mara ang nagsalita. The room has not passed final compliance. Tumingin sa kanyang badge si Castillo. Maya Santos. New hire? Temporary compliance support? Then learn quickly. VIP operations do not wait for junior staff. Tinanong ni Mara kung sino ang nagbigay ng pahintulot na buksan ang room 7. Madam Bianca. Sagot ni Castillo. Does Madam Bianca appear on the gaming license? Isang mapanuksong ngiti ang lumitaw sa mukha ng manager. Tonight, she will be announced as owner. The documents will follow. The room cannot open based on an announcement. This property is managed by Mr. Rafael Salazar. The casino license is held by Aurora Meridian Gaming Corporation. And Mr. Rafael controls the project, not the gaming authorization. Lumapit si Marco at ibinaba ang boses. You are making a serious mistake for a temporary employee. Tahimik na sumagot si Mara. The serious mistake is releasing 680 million pesos in chips before customer verification. Nagbago ang mukha ni Marco. Who gave you that number? Tumingin siya kay Anya, na agad na napayuko. Did you report internal information? Bago pa siya makasagot, sinabi ni Mateo. She reported a reconciliation discrepancy to compliance. As required. You are turning a launch allocation into a scandal. Sabi ni Marco. These guests bring billions in turnover. Turnover does not replace verification. Sagot ni Mateo. Umiling si Castillo. I will not let the compliance team embarrass Mr. Rafael's guests on opening night. Then do not bring unverified guests into a restricted room. Sagot ni Mara. Sandaling nagkatitigan ng dalawa. Hindi siya nakilala ni Castillo. Ngunit malinaw na hindi niya gusto ang paraan ng pagsagot ng bagong empleyado. Pag-alis ni na Marco at Castillo, inilagay ni Anya ang original printout sa ilalim ng kaniyang clipboard. They will come back for this. Sinabi ni Mara. Make 3 copies. 1 stays in the compliance vault, 1 goes to Attorney Beatriz, and 1 remains with you in a sealed envelope. What if they suspend me? Then the reason for the suspension becomes evidence. Tumingin si Anya sa kaniya nang may pag-aalinlangan. You speak like someone above this department. Bahagyang ngumiti si Mara. Tonight, procedure is above everyone? Mula sa chip room. Dumaan sila sa executive corridor. Doon napansin ni Mara na ang brass nameplate sa office ng license holder ay tinanggal. Ang 2 butas sa walnut door ay bago pa. Sa loob, may event staff na naglalagay ng puting orchids. Champagne-framed photograph Nina, Rafael at Bianca. Sa desk ay may bagong gold plate Madam Bianca Villanueva, owner's office. Nagtanong si Mara sa decorator kung sino ang nag-utos. Miss Isabela Salazar Cruz. She said the old nameplate should be stored. Where is it? Maintenance cart. Ma'am. Sa sulok. Nakita ni Mara ang sarili niyang nameplate na nakabalot lamang sa tissue paper. Hindi niya ito kinuha. Kinuha niya ang oras. Litrato at work order number. Ang pag-aalis ng pangalan niya ay hindi lamang personal na insulto. Bahagi iyon ng pagtatangkang ipakita sa staff at investors na may bagong controlling owner kahit walang approval. Sa main hall. Nagsimula nang dumating ang mga bisita. Nagsuot ang dealers ng formal uniforms. Nagningning ang mga chandelier at nagpatugtog ang orchestra sa lobby. Si Doña Celestina Salazar ay pumasok kasama si Bianca at ipinakilala ito sa mga hotel investors bilang the future of the family. Nang may nagtanong kung nasaan si Mara, sumagot ang matanda. She is abroad. Resting. She was never comfortable with the public side of the business. Narinig iyon ni Mara habang chinecheck ang access readers sa gilid ng ballroom. Si Celestina ang unang nagsabi sa ibang tao na may sakit siya. Kahit hindi man lamang siya tinawagan nitong nakaraang linggo. Ang kasinungalingan ay malinaw na inihanda upang ipaliwanag kung bakit wala ang tunay na license holder sa sariling opening. Sa executive preparation room, suot ni Bianca ang gold access card na nakalaan lamang para sa approved gaming principles. Ipinakita niya iyon sa mga stylist at sinabi, "After the ribbon cutting, I want every department head in the owner's office." Tinanong ng assistant kung kasama ang compliance director. He will report like everyone else. What about Mrs. Salazar Rafael will handle her after tonight? Pumasok si Isabela, dala ang final event budget at sinabi, "The press video now calls you woman behind Aurora Crown. We removed the legal names from the opening montage." Tinanong ni Bianca kung nakahanda na ang ownership key. Yes. Gold-plated. With your initials. Pareho silang tumawa. Hindi alam na ang gold card ni Bianca ay nakalog sa surveillance system at walang valid authorization chain. Sa VIP Room 7, mas malala ang nakita ni Mara at Mateo. Nakaset na ang baccarat tables. Nakahanda ang private bar at nasa ibabaw ng velvet trays ang mga chip mula sa unauthorized release. Dalawang guest host ang nag-e-encode ng credit lines mula sa Golden Crest system sa halip na sa Aurora Meridian platform. Isa sa mga guest file ay walang tunay na pangalan, kundi initials lamang at shell company account. Sa isa pa, ang source of funds ay nakalagay bilang private investment proceeds ng walang supporting bank document. These chips can circulate before the main cashier records them. Sabi ni Mateo, if they are redeemed through another account, the trail breaks. Tiningnan ni Mara ang table camera. Preserve every frame? Do not close the room yet. Nagulat si Mateo. You are allowing play. No actual gaming until I authorize it. But let them continue setting the operation. I want to know who arrives, who approves credit, and where they send the money. Maya-maya. Pumasok si Damian Flores dala ang exclusive casino hospitality and revenue management agreement. Kasama niya si Attorney Ramon Cortez. Naggubli si Mara at Mateo sa monitoring alcove na may one-way glass. Narinig nilang sinabi ni Damian. Once Rafael signs after the ribbon ceremony, Golden Crest receives full VIP management authority. Tinanong ni Cortez kung sapat ang power of attorney ni Mara. It is enough for the investors, not for the regulator. We only need the public position established tonight. The regulatory filing follows. And if Mara refuses, Aurora Meridian will appear unable to meet the profit target. Salazar Crown then exercises the share purchase option, whose name carries the compliance liability until then Mara's license. Rafael's executive signature. And Bianca, she controls the brand and Golden Crest revenue through the side agreement. Naramdaman ni Mara ang malamig na galit. Ngunit hindi siya lumabas. Gusto niyang marinig ang buong plano. Idinagdag ni Damian. If the regulator asks about the VIP room, we say it was a hospitality preview, not active gaming. If suspicious transactions appear, the approved license holder is responsible for the reporting failure. Tinanong ni Cortez. Does Rafael understand that? He understands he will gain control after the opening. He does not need every technical detail. Sa pagitan ng dalawang lalaki ay inilatag ang peking power of attorney. Nakalagay roon na binibigyan ni Mara si Rafael ng authority na magbukas ng VIP rooms. Magtalaga ng operator at kumatawan sa license holder. Wala itong personal appearance certification mula sa regulator. At ang pirma ay parehong kopya mula sa lumang construction contract. Tinawagan ni Mara si Attorney Beatriz sa secure line. We have the copied signature, unauthorized room, undisclosed VIP operator and statements assigning liability to my license. Sumagot si Beatriz. The regulator's observer has arrived and is seated among the investors. Do you want the floor suspended now? Tumingin si Mara sa main hall camera. Nasa stage na sina Rafael at Bianca. Naghihintay sa countdown. Not yet. Let Rafael make the ownership representation himself. That may expose the project publicly. The project is already exposed. The question is whether the evidence will show a private misunderstanding or a deliberate public misrepresentation. Nagsimula ang opening program. Sa giant screens ay lumabas ang cinematic video ng Aurora Crown. Ngunit halos walang banggit sa Aurora Meridian Gaming Corporation o De Leon Family Trust. Sa halip, ipinakita sina Rafael at Bianca na naglalakad sa hotel lobby. Pumipili ng decor at nakikipag-usap sa chefs. Ang mga compliance offices, license hearings at capital contributions ni Mara ay hindi kasama. Nang tawagin ang visionary leadership couple behind Aurora Crown, sabay na umakyat sina Rafael at Bianca. Mula sa gilid ng gaming floor, pinanood ni Mara ang sariling asawa na inilagay ang kamay sa likod ng ibang babae habang pumapalakpak ang kaniyang ina at kapatid. Kinuha ni Rafael ang mikropono. Aurora Crown was built through courage, loyalty and belief. Sabi niya, there were people who provided documents and capital. But there was one woman who gave this place its soul. Tumingin siya kay Bianca. Tonight, I introduce the woman who will lead the future of Aurora Crown. From this moment, everyone may call her Madam Owner. Lumakas ang palakpakan. Ibinigay ni Isabella ang ceremonial key kay Bianca. Pinutol nito ang gold ribbon at umupo sa ornate chair sa gitna ng stage. Sumunod ang video caption na tumatawag sa kaniya bilang new owner representative sa paligid ni Mara. Nagsimulang magbulungan ang staff. Ang ilan ay nagtanong kung nagbago na ba ang ownership. Ang iba ay agad na tinawag si Bianca na Madam. Lumapit si Ramon Castillo kay Mara at sinabing lumayo siya sa stage area. You are standing too close to the owner. Tinanong niya. Which owner, Madam Bianca? Her name is not on the gaming license. Mr. Rafael just announced her. An announcement cannot amend a license. Natawa si Castillo. You compliance people think papers run the world. Tonight, the people with power decide what the papers will say tomorrow. Tumingin si Mara sa body camera ng security officer na nasa likod nito. Please, repeat that. I said Rafael is CEO. The papers can follow later. Sa stage, tinawag ni Bianca ang department heads at sinabi, From tonight, all VIP approvals pass through my office. Sumunod na inutusan niya ang security na buksan ang restricted corridor para sa Golden Crest guests. Sa control screen ni Mateo, Lumitaw ang 12 VIP access requests. 3 ang walang verified identity. 2 ang may incomplete source of funds file. 1 ang may internal alert. Kasabay nito, nagbago ang status ng 6 na chip cases mula pending reconciliation tungo sa release by ownership instruction. Mabilis na lumapit si Anya kay Mara at iniabot ang isang sealed folder. They changed the digital release while the speech was happening. I printed the full audit trail before they could erase it. Binuksan ni Mara ang unang pahina. Nandoon ang buong chain. License holder authorization Mariana de Leon Salazar. Signature source copied from 2023 construction contract. VIP release requested by Marco Salazar. Executive instruction, Rafael Salazar. Sa ibaba ay may bagong entry. Ownership confirmation, Bianca Villanueva. Tiningnan ni Mara ang stage kung saan nakataas pa rin ang ceremonial key sa kamay ni Bianca. Hindi lamang pinayagan ni Rafael ang operasyon. Ang pangalan niya mismo ang ginamit upang ilabas ang chip. Buksan ang VIP room at kilalanin ang isang taong walang legal na posisyon bilang owner. Inilagay niya ang folder sa ilalim ng kanyang clipboard at sinabi kay Anya, "Preserve the original. Do not confront them yet." "What are we waiting for?" tanong ng dalaga. Tumingin si Mara sa regulators observer, sa mga investor at sa mga kamera na patuloy na kumukuha sa pagdiriwang. For them to sign the agreement in front of everyone? Sa unang gabi ng Aurora Crown, naniwala si Rafael na ang pinakamahalagang sandali ay ang pag-upo ni Bianca sa ceremonial chair. Hindi niya alam na sa ibaba ng stage, ang tunay na license holder ay hawak na ang dokumentong magpapatunay na ang buong pagdiriwang ay itinayo sa isang pirma na ninakaw mula sa kaniya. Ang kwartong binuksan bago dumating ang lisensya. Matapos ang ribbon cutting ceremony, nagbukas ang main gaming floor sa tunog ng orkestra. Palakpakan at sabay-sabay na pag-ilaw ng mga crystal chandelier. Sa bawat kamera, si Bianca Villanueva ang sentro ng gabi. Hawak niya ang ceremonial key habang naglalakad sa tabi ni Rafael Salazar. At ang mga empleyadong hindi nakakaalam sa tunay na ownership structure ay nagsimulang yumuko at bumati ng "Good evening, Madam Owner." Sa likod ng gaming floor, nanatili si Mara bilang Maya Santos. Hawak ang sealed chip release report na may kopya ng sarili niyang pirma. Hindi niya pinatigil ang programa. Sa halip, pinanood niya kung paano ginamit ni Bianca ang huwad na titulo upang magbigay ng totoong utos. Sa loob lamang ng 10 minuto, ipinatawag nito ang VIP hosts. Inutusan ng security na buksan ang restricted corridor at sinabi kay Ramon Castillo na walang compliance employee ang maaaring humarang sa mga bisita ng Golden Crest. Sa surveillance table ni Mateo, isa-isang lumitaw ang access records ng 12 VIP guest. Ang unang 4 ay dumaan sa main security gate gamit ang hotel invitation cards. Hindi gaming credentials. 2 ang gumamit ng corporate names na wala sa final due diligence list. Ang isa ay may internal alert dahil konektado ang kaniyang kumpanya sa sunod-sunod na high-value transfers na walang malinaw na business purpose. Ang ikapito ay walang personal banking profile ngunit binigyan ng credit line na 80 milyong piso. If they enter room 7 and receive chips, the casino becomes responsible for every transaction, sabi ni Mateo. Sumagot si Mara. Then we document who lets them in. Tinanong niya kung active na ang tables. The dealers are seated, but they have not started official play. Keep it that way. Let them complete every unauthorized preparation without accepting a single wager. Sa entrance ng VIP Room 7, si Marco Salazar ang personal na sumalubong sa mga bisita. Nakasuot siya ng gold lapel pin ng Golden Crest Premier Club at kumikilos na parang may sariling kasino sa loob ng Aurora Crown. Sa bawat guest, may host na nag-aabot ng champagne at private credit form. Hindi Aurora Meridian ang nakalagay sa header ng forms kundi Golden Crest. Ang repayment accounts ay nasa pangalan ng isang offshore payment processor na tinatawag na Pacific Meridian Settlement Services. Nang hingi ng isang guest ang official casino receipt, sinabi ng host, "The gaming account will be reconciled after your session. Tonight, you are under the personal guarantee of Mr. Salazar." Mula sa monitoring station, naitala ni Mara ang buong usapan. They are separating the guest's payment from the casino record. Sabi niya, "If the chips are issued here but repayment goes outside, the casino carries the liability while Golden Crest holds the money." Pumasok si Anya sa control alcove dala ang pangalawang report. The 6 remaining chip cases were removed from the service vault. Ipinakita niya ang access log. Ginamit ni Ramon Castillo ang kaniyang override card. Ngunit ang final release field ay nakapangalan kay Bianca bilang ownership representative. There is no such role in the approved control manual. Sabi ni Mateo. They created it this afternoon. Ipinakita ni Anya ang metadata. Ang title na Chief Ownership Representative ay idinagdag ni Damian sa Human Resources Database 4 na oras bago ang opening. Walang board resolution, walang regulator approval, at walang employment contract mula sa Aurora Meridian. Sa kabila nito, ang bagong title ang ginamit upang buksan ang executive doors. Chip Vault at Owner's Office. They are building authority through system entries. Sabi ni Mara, every employee who sees the title will assume someone else already approved it. Hindi nagtagal. Dumating si Ramon Castillo sa surveillance entrance at hinarang si Mateo. Madam Bianca ordered compliance to leave room 7 alone until midnight. Sumagot si Mateo. She does not direct compliance. Mr. Rafael confirmed her authority. Mr. Rafael does not control gaming compliance. Tumingin si Castillo kay Mara. And why is this temporary employee still beside you? She is assisting the opening audit. Remove her access. Hindi kumilos si Mateo. Lumapit si Castillo kay Mara at iniabot ang kamay. Give me your badge. Tumingin siya sa lalaki. Under which approved policy? Under my authority as floor manager? Your authority does not extend to compliance personnel assigned by the license holder. The license holder is not here. Are you certain? Saglit na natigilan si Castillo. Ngunit mabilis na bumalik ang kanyang yabang. Mrs. Salazar surrendered practical control months ago. Do you have the surrender document? The attorney has it. The one with the copied signature? Nawala ang kulay sa mukha nito. Bago siya makasagot, tumunog ang internal radio. Galit na hinahanap ni Marco ang compliance approval para sa unang credit release. Pumunta si Castillo sa room 7 at iniwan silang nakatayo. Agad na binuksan ni Mara ang live audio. Sa loob ng silid, sinabi ni Marco sa dealer supervisor, "Begin the private tables. We will reconcile the paperwork later." Sumagot ang supervisor. The system will not activate without compliance clearance. Use manual mode. Manual mode requires a written incident reason. Right opening night technical delay. But there is no delay. Lumapit si Bianca, na bagong dating mula sa media tour. Do what Marco says. I am the owner. Tinanong ng supervisor kung maaari niyang makita ang gaming principal credential. Itinaas ni Bianca ang gold access card. This is all the credential you need tonight. Pinindot ni Mara ang remote lock sa table control system. Hindi bumukas ang card readers ng baccarat tables. Nagalit si Bianca at tinawagan si Rafael. Your compliance people are embarrassing me in front of our most important guests? Mula sa main ballroom. Sumagot si Rafael. I will handle Mateo. I do not want Mateo handled later. I want the tables open now. Damian said the agreement will be signed in 30 minutes. Then tell them, I have authority from you. You do. The system does not recognize it. Castillo can override. Narinig ni Mara ang asawa niyang muling nagbibigay ng utos sa sistemang hindi niya kontrolado. Sa halip na ituwid ang maling pagpapakilala kay Bianca, pinili niyang gamitin ang posisyon bilang CEO upang pilitin ang mga empleyado. Sa conference wing, naghahanda si Isabela Salazar Cruz para sa private investor dinner. Ang kanyang event company ang humawak sa stage. Lighting, entertainment, at catering coordination. Sa official contract, 420 million pesos ang kabuuang halaga. Ngunit nang suriin ni Beatriz ang supplier invoices, lumabas na wala pang 230 million pesos ang tunay na gastos. Ang natitirang bahagi ay ipinamahagi bilang creative direction fee, media placement, talent facilitation at executive hospitality charge. Ang 48 million pesos ay nakatakdang mapunta sa isang consulting company ni Bianca. 30 milyon ang mapupunta sa isang account na konektado kay Damian. May hiwalay ding fund na gagamitin upang bumili ng shares mula sa dalawang maliit na investor kapag bumaba ang valuation ng Aurora Meridian pagkatapos ng opening quarter. The event budget is funding the ownership takeover. Sabi ni Beatriz sa secure call. They inflate the opening, move the excess into related companies, then use the money to buy more shares. Tinanong ni Mara kung pirmado na ni Rafael ang event reconciliation. He approved the preliminary amount. Sagot ni Beatriz. The final approval is scheduled after the investor dinner. Preserve the vendor comparisons and payment instructions. Already done. The regulator's observer has requested the full ownership presentation. Good. Let Rafael present it himself. Bago ibaba ang tawag, nagbabala si Beatriz. If the VIP guests begin actual play, we may need to shut the entire floor. They will not. Sagot ni Mara. Matewa's table control. Then why are you allowing them to remain inside? Because I want Golden Crest to reveal its payment flow, credit process and command structure. Once we close the room, they will claim it was only a private reception. Sa room 7, nagsimulang mawalan ng pasensya ang mga bisita. Isa sa kanila ang nagtanong kung bakit may chip sa mesa ngunit hindi maaaring tumaya. Ipinaliwanag ni Marco na may minor licensing synchronization issue. Isang guest ang tumawa. I thought your brother owned the place. Sumagot si Bianca. He does. The old legal structure is being updated. Isa pang guest ang nagtanong kung sino si Mariana de Leon Salazar. Dahil ang pangalan nito ay lumitaw sa error message ng table terminal. Sandaling natahimik si Bianca bago sinabi. A passive investor. She handled early paperwork. Sa monitoring station, hindi gumalaw si Mara. 6 na taon ng licensing work. Personal guarantees at regulatory responsibility ang binura sa isang pangungusap. Ngunit mas mahalaga. Malinaw na ngayong sinasabi ni Bianca sa isang potential financial customer na passive lamang ang actual license holder. Nagpadala si Damian ng technician upang alisin ang pangalan ni Mara sa system error screen. Ngunit ang technician ay humingi ng change authorization. Ipinakita ni Damian ang power of attorney na may copied signature. Nang iskan ito ng technician, lumitaw ang warning na walang regulator verification code. The document is incomplete. Sabi niya, use executive override. Utos ni Damian. Only the approved license holder can authorize removal of the principal name. Then mark the system under transition. There is no approved transition status. Galit na kinuha ni Damian ang tablet at sinabi kay Castillo na ipasok ang manual code. Ang buong pagtatangkang iyon ay na-record ng surveillance camera at system log. Samantala, lumapit kay Anya ang warehouse supervisor at inutusang baguhin ang chip ledger. Move the 20 cases under promotional inventory. Promotional chips have a lower limit and separate color code. Sagot niya. Then classify them as test chips. Test chips cannot leave the training room. Do you want to work here after tonight? I want the count to match. Lumapit si Mara at tumayo sa tabi ng dalaga. The original ledger is already preserved. Tiningnan sila ng supervisor. Who are you? Compliance support. Then support the opening. Not sabotage it. Accurate accounting is support. Nagbanta ang lalaki na ipapaalis silang dalawa. Ngunit nang sabihin ni Mateo sa radio na lahat ng disciplinary actions laban sa chip staff ay nakahold pending audit. Wala siyang nagawa kundi umalis. Sa main ballroom, nagsimula ang investor presentation. Umupo si Bianca sa gold chair na inilagay sa tabi ni Rafael. Sa malaking screen ay lumitaw ang proposed structure ng Aurora Crown Salazar Crown bilang exclusive hospitality and revenue manager. Golden Crest bilang VIP operator. Isabella Lux bilang event partner at Pacific Meridian bilang international payment processor. Halos hindi nabanggit ang Aurora Meridian Gaming Corporation, maliban bilang holder ng legacy license. Sinabi ni Rafael, the old structure was necessary during development. But tonight, we begin a unified ownership era. Tinanong ng isang investor kung aprobado na ba ng license holder ang pagbabago. Sumagot siya, my wife has delegated full operational authority to me. Is she present? She chose not to attend? Has the regulator approved the delegation? Sumingit si Damien. The filings are being finalized. Sa likod ng ballroom, nakatayo ang regulator's observer at tahimik na nagsusulat. Hindi siya ipinakilala sa stage. Akala ni na Rafael at Damian, isa lamang siyang kinatawan ng foreign investor. Nang itanong niya kung bakit tinatawag na owner si Bianca kung wala ang pangalan nito sa beneficial ownership disclosures. Sumagot si Rafael, public leadership sometimes moves ahead of technical filings? Tinanong niya kung ang ibig sabihin ba ay may undisclosed beneficial owner? No. Bianca represents the new ownership vision. Does she control shares? She will. Does she control the license operationally? Yes. Sa bawat sagot, lalo lamang lumalalim ang public misrepresentation. Pagkatapos ng presentation, inilabas ni Ramon Cortez ang exclusive casino hospitality and revenue management agreement. Ayon dito, makakakuha ang Salazar Crown ng 41% ng commercial revenue. Habang Golden Crest ang magkakaroon ng eksklusibong karapatan sa VIP rooms. Ang Aurora Meridian ang mananatiling responsable sa taxes, gaming surveillance, anti-money laundering reports, chip liability at regulatory penalties. May performance clause din na magpapahintulot sa Salazar Crown bumili ng dagdag na shares kapag hindi naabot ng Aurora Meridian ang target profit. Ngunit dahil ang VIP revenue, event commissions at international payment fees ay ililipat sa mga side companies. Sadyang bababa ang profit ng licensed corporation. They are removing revenue, leaving liability, and using the lower profit to trigger a discounted purchase. Sabi ni Mateo habang binabasa ang mirrored copy. Mula sa recovered internal chat, lumitaw ang higit pang malinaw na plano. Sumulat si Marco kapag nagtanong ang regulator tungkol sa Room 7, sino ang sasagot? Sumagot si Damian, lisensya ni Mara ang haharap. Rafael ang pipirma bilang operator. Tayo ang magtatago ng VIP revenue sa Golden Crest at Pacific Meridian. Sumunod ang message ni Bianca. Kapag bumagsak ang quarter, mapipilitan siyang ibenta ang shares. After that, the title becomes real. May isa pang sagot si Damian. If the structure is challenged, Rafael carries the executive responsibility. Do not place your name on the compliance approvals. Matagal na tinitigan ni Mara ang message. Hindi inosente si Rafael. Siya ang nag-utos sa chip release. Nagsinungaling sa investors at nagpakilalang may authority mula sa asawa. Ngunit hindi niya alam na ang mga taong itinataas niya sa entablado ay naghahanda ring ilayo ang kita at iwan sa kanya ang pananagutan. Send the full thread to Beatrice and the regulator's observer. Utos niya. Tinanong ni Mateo kung ipapakita na nila kay Rafael. Not yet. Let him sign in front of everyone. I want to know whether he will place his name beneath a structure he has not fully examined. Sa ballroom, tinawag ni Rafael ang mga kamera pabalik sa stage. Before the first official VIP game begins, we will sign the agreement that secures Aurora Crown's future. Pumalakpak ang mga bisita. Umupo si Bianca sa owner's chair at inilagay ang ceremonial key sa tabi ng contract folder. Inianda ni Damian ang signatupage. Sa ilalim ng pangalan ni Rafael ay nakalagay, Authorized Executive Representative of the License Holder. Sa ilalim ng Bianca ay nakalagay, Chief Ownership Representative. Parehong posisyon ay walang legal na approval. Habang naglalakad si Mara mula sa compliance corridor patungo sa ballroom. Dumating ang huling alert mula kay Anya. May nag-attempt na i-activate ang room 7 tables gamit ang manual emergency code. Ang request ay nagmula sa account ni Ramon Castillo. Ngunit ang authorization field ay kay Rafael. Pinindot ni Mateo ang full lock. Nagsara ang chip cages. Na-disable ang table readers at naging pula ang access lights ng VIP room. Sa stage. Hindi pa alam ni Rafael na ang unang kasunduang ipagmamalaki niya bilang bagong may-ari ng kasino ay ilang segundo na lamang mula sa pagharap sa taong tunay na may hawak ng lisensya. Inayos ni Mara ang kaniyang compliance badge. Hawak ang copied signature report at secret message thread. Sa harap niya ay ang entabladong puno ng investors. Cameras at mga taong tinuruan ni Rafael na tawagin si Bianca na Madam Owner. Sa likod niya ay ang locked VIP room na naglalaman ng 680 million pesos sa chips at 12 guests na hindi dapat pinayagang maglaro. Hindi na lamang pagtataksil ng asawa ang haharapin niya. Isa na itong pagtatangkang gamitin ang kanyang pangalan bilang legal na panangga habang kinukuha ng iba ang kapangyarihan at kita. Ang tunay na pangalan sa lisensya. Nasa gitna na ng entablado sina Rafael, Bianca, Damian at Attorney Ramon Cortez nang magsimulang bumaba ang ilaw sa ballroom. Sa likod nila, nakadisplay sa giant screen ang logo ng Aurora Crown at ang bagong ownership structure na gustong ipakita sa mga investor. Nakahanda na ang 2 fountain pen sa ibabaw ng contract folder. Sa ilalim ng pangalan ni Rafael ay nakasulat ang titulong Authorized Executive Representative of the License Holder. Habang sa ilalim naman ng pangalan ni Bianca ay nakalagay ang Chief Ownership Representative. Wala sa 2 posisyong iyon ang umiiral sa approved license documents. Ngunit dahil sa dami ng camera, palakpakan at simbolikong seremonya, umaasa silang magiging mas totoo ang kasinungalingan kapag nakita ito ng sapat na maraming tao. Bago pumirma si Rafael, bumukas ang ballroom doors. Pumasok si Mara na nakasuot pa rin ng dark blue compliance uniform at hawak ang isang makapal na evidence folder. Kasunod niya sina Mateo Reyes at Anya Cruz. Hindi agad siya pinansin ng karamihan dahil mukhang isa lamang siyang junior employee na may dalang dokumento. Ngunit nang maglakad siya diretsyo sa gitna ng aisle, napansin siya ni Ramon Castillo. Mabilis itong lumapit at hinarang ang daraanan niya. This area is restricted, sabi niya. The signing is for principals and investors only. Sumagot si Mara. Then you should be concerned that several people on that stage are neither approved principals nor lawful representatives. Umigting ang mukha ni Castillo. Give me the folder and leave. Hindi siya gumalaw. No. Napansin ni Bianca ang maliit na kaguluhan at agad na kumuha ng mikropono. Security, remove that employee. She has been interfering with VIP operations all night. 2 guards ang lumapit. Ngunit bago nila mahawakan si Mara, nagsalita si Mateo sa kanyang radio. All gaming security personnel. Hold position. No removal of compliance staff without license holder authorization. Tumigil ang mga guard. Tumingin si Bianca kay Rafael na para bang inaasahang isang utos lamang nito ang makakapagbago sa sitwasyon. Tell them to escort her out. Sabi niya. Kinuha ni Rafael ang mikropono. Matthew, this is a private executive event. Remove the employee. Sumagot si Mateo mula sa gilid ng ballroom. I cannot remove the representative of the approved license holder. Kumunot ang noo ni Rafael. What? Representative? Huminto si Mara sa harap ng stage. Before you sign that agreement, sabi niya, I have a compliance question. Natawa si Bianca nang mapanukso. You do not ask questions here. You report to management. Which management? Mine. Based on what authority itinaas ni Bianca ang ceremonial key? Based on ownership. A decorative key does not create beneficial ownership. Rafael just announced it publicly. A public announcement does not amend a gaming license. You are only a junior employee. Then answer the junior employee. What is the number of the license naming you as owner? Hindi nakasagot si Bianca. Humakbang si Rafael sa harap ng mesa. Enough. Whoever assigned you will deal with this tomorrow. Tomorrow may be too late. Sagot ni Mara. Room 7 contains 680 million pesos in chips released under a Kabit signature. 12 guests were admitted through an undisclosed operator. Several files have incomplete source of funds verification, and the agreement you are about to sign assigns compliance liability to Aurora Meridian while diverting VIP revenue to Golden Crest and Pacific Meridian. Kumalat ang bulungan sa ballroom. Napatingin ang investors kay Damian. Naagad na lumapit sa mikropono. Those are preliminary allocations. This employee does not understand the integrated structure. Binuksan ni Mara ang folder. Then explain why the chips were marked as promotional inventory. Then test inventory. Then ownership release within the same hour. Nagbigay ng senya si Mateo sa control booth. Biglang nawala ang promotional video sa giant screen. Pinalitan iyon ng live system map ng Aurora Crown. Naka-red ang VIP Room 7, chip vault, Golden Crest portal, at manual table activation. Sa kanan ng screen ay lumitaw ang full audit trail ng 20 chip cases. Kitang-kita ang pangalan ni Mariana De Leon Salazar bilang supposed authorizing license holder. Ang copied signature source mula sa 2023 construction contract. Ang request ni Marco at ang executive instruction ni Rafael. Sa pinakailalim ay ang entry na ownership confirmation Bianca Villanueva. Namutla si Rafael. Who authorized this display? The compliance director. Sagot ni Mateo. On behalf of the approved license holder, tumingin siya kay Mara. Ngunit hindi pa rin niya lubos na nauunawaan ang ibig sabihin. Where is... Mara tanong niya. She is supposed to be abroad. Dahan-dahang inalis ni Mara ang kaniyang salamin. Pagkatapos ay hinawi niya ang maikling dark wig. Sa ilalim nito ay lumitaw ang mahaba niyang buhok na nakatali ng maayos. Tinanggal niya ang temporary badge na may pangalang Maya Santos at inilabas mula sa loob ng folder ang kanyang original gaming principal credential. Tahimik ang buong ballroom nang itapat niya ang card sa stage scanner. Nagbago ang screen. Approved license holder, Mariana De Leon Salazar. Controlling beneficial interest 67%. Authorized gaming principal active. Operational control status present on site. Napaatras si Bianca. Si Celestina, na nakaupo sa front row, ay napahawak sa braso ni Isabela. Si Marco ay agad na tumingin sa exit. Si Rafael ay hindi gumalaw. Nakatitig lamang siya sa asawa na ilang minuto pa lamang ang nakalipas ay ipinapaalis niya bilang isang ordinaryong empleyado. Mara, sabi niya nang halos pabulong. Sumagot siya. You told everyone I was abroad. You announced another woman as owner. And you used my signature to open a room I never approved. Sinubukan ni Rafael na bawiin ang sarili. This is not what it looks like. We were formalizing the commercial transition. There is no approved transition. You knew Salazar Crown was taking a larger operational role. Hospitality role. Not gaming control. The structures can be corrected after the opening. Not after unauthorized chips are issued and unverified guests are admitted. Nothing has happened yet. Because I locked the tables before the first wager, nagulat ang ilan sa mga investor. Sa sandaling iyon, naunawaan nilang ang kasino ay hindi pa nakalabag ng tuluyan dahil ang babaeng akala nilang absent ang siyang humarang sa operasyon. Nagbigay si Mara ng senyas kay Mateo. Lumitaw sa screen ang live camera footage mula sa room 7. Makikita sina Marco at Castillo na naguutos na gamitin ang manual mode. Si Bianca, na nagsasabing siya ang owner at ang Golden Crest hosts na kumukuha ng payment instructions para sa external accounts. Sumunod ang audio ni Damian. If suspicious transactions appear, the approved license holder is responsible for the reporting failure. Pagkatapos ay lumitaw ang message thread. Lisensya ni Mara ang haharap. Rafael ang pipirma bilang operator. Tayo ang magtatago ng VIP revenue. Biglang humarap si Rafael kay Damian. You said the VIP structure was temporary. It is. You said Golden Crest would remit revenue to Aurora Meridian. After settlement, these messages say you would keep it outside. They are being shown without context. What context, tanong ni Rafael? The company needed flexibility. You were using my signature and her license. You approved the management agreement. I had not signed it yet. You were about to. Tumingin siya kay Bianca. Did you know Mara's license would carry the liability? Hindi agad sumagot ang babae. Rafael, this is a trap. She has been spying on us. Answer me. Damian handled compliance. Did you know Golden Crest would keep the VIP revenue? Marco said it was temporary. Did you know my name would remain on every executive instruction? You were the CEO? And your name? I was the brand representative. You let me announce you as owner while avoiding every compliance document. Nagsimulang mawala ng kontrol ang mukha ni Bianca. Because you promised me the title would become real after the shares transferred. Narinig iyon ng lahat. Napalingon ang mga investor at media camera sa kanya. Mabilis niyang tinakpan ang mikropono sa harap. Ngunit huli na. Tumingin si Mara kay Rafael. There is the future you were introducing. Hindi siya ngumiti. Walang tagumpay sa kanyang mukha. Tanging malamig na pagkadismaya. You gave her a title you did not own. And she accepted it. Because both of you believe my name was only a technical obstacle. Lumapit si Attorney Beatriz de Leon mula sa gilid ng ballroom. Kasama niya ang regulators observer, na ngayoy ipinakilala bilang Director Elena Vargas. Senior Representative ng Gaming Authority. Inilatag ni Beatriz sa signing table ang original license. Ownership chart. Approval conditions at notice of non-transferability. The license cannot be transferred through private agreement, ceremonial declaration, internal power of attorney or board minutes that were never submitted for approval. Sabi niya, any change in controlling ownership requires prior regulatory review, source of funds, verification, and personal appearance of the approved principal. Kinuha ni Director Vargas ang peking power of attorney mula kay Ramon Cortez. This document carries no regulatory verification code. Tinanong niya kung sino ang naghanda nito. Sumagot si Cortez. It was a preliminary internal authorization. It grants authority to open VIP rooms and appoint operators, subject to later ratification. Gaming authority does not arise first and become lawful later. Binuksan niya ang signature page. Was Mrs. De Leon Salazar personally present when this was executed? Hindi sumagot agad si Cortez. The signature was taken from an existing corporate record? Sabi ni Mara. Tumingin si Vargas sa abogado. Then this document may be more than invalid. It may be evidence of falsification. Nagsimulang magsalita si Celestina mula sa front row. This is a family misunderstanding. Rafael built this resort. Mara only handled the paperwork. Tumingin sa kanya ang regulator. Licensing. Anti-money laundering controls. Source of funds review and beneficial ownership disclosure are not paperwork. Sumagot si Mara. And Salazar Crown did contribute to the hotel. Restaurants and entertainment. I have never denied that. But contribution does not allow anyone to misrepresent ownership or use my license as a shield. Tinanong ng isang independent investor kung sino talaga ang may kontrol sa Aurora Meridian. Ipinakita ni Beatriz ang full ownership chart, De Leon Family Trust 46%, Mara 21%, Employee Fund 8%, Independent Investors 10%, at Salazar Crown Leisure Group 15% non-controlling economic interest. Mrs. De Leon Salazar and the De Leon Family Trust hold 67% of voting control. Paliwanag niya. Mr. Rafael Salazar has no independent authority to transfer the license, appoint an undisclosed operator, or designate Ms. Villanueva as owner. Napalitan ang pagtataka ng galit sa mukha ng ilang investor. Isa sa kanila ang nagsabi, "We were told Salazar Crown controlled the casino." Sumagot si Rafael, "We control the integrated hospitality platform." That is not what your presentation said. The language was promotional. You called her owner. Tumingin ang investor kay Bianca. Did she hold shares? Not yet. Did she hold regulatory approval? No. Then you knowingly made a false ownership representation during a capital presentation. Sa harap ng lahat, inalis ni Mara ang contract folder mula sa signing table. Inilagay niya sa ibabaw nito ang formal suspension notice. The exclusive casino hospitality and revenue management agreement is suspended pending independent review. Pagkatapos ay tumingin siya kay Mateo. Lock all Golden Crest access. No chips may leave room 7. Preserve guest funds and contact each customer privately. No one is to be publicly accused or embarrassed. Yes? Madam Chairwoman? Kay Anya naman. Freeze the 20 chip cases in the master ledger and preserve every release record. Yes? Ma'am. Kay Director Vargas. Sinabi niya. Aurora Meridian voluntarily reports the attempted unauthorized operation and requests immediate supervisory review. Tumingin si Rafael sa kaniya. You are inviting the regulator to investigate us on opening night. The regulator is already here. You could have handled this privately. You handled ownership publicly. You are destroying the launch. The hotel and licensed gaming floor can continue only after compliance clearance. The VIP room will remain closed. The press will call this a disaster. A delayed table is not a disaster. Laundering unverified money through a hidden operator would be. Pinindot ni Mateo ang central control. Naging pula ang gold access card ni Bianca. Naglock ang owner's office. Executive corridor at VIP elevator. Sa screen ay lumitaw ang message. Credential revoked. No approved principal status. Ang bagong brass nameplate na inilagay sa opisina ay inalis ng security staff at ibinalik ang original plate na may pangalan ni Mara. Pinanood iyon ni Bianca mula sa stage. Nanginginig sa galit. You planned this humiliation. I planned an inspection. Sagot ni Mara. You created the stage. Lumapit si Bianca at itinuro ang ceremonial key. Rafael gave me this because I built the brand. Keep it. Sabi ni Mara. It opens nothing. Kumalat ang mahinang bulungan sa ballroom. You think a license makes you better than everyone. No? It makes me responsible for every chip, every guest, and every transaction. You were invisible while we made this place famous. I was in hearings, audits, and financing meetings while you were filming promotional videos. And now you want the cameras. No, I want the records. Tumingin si Rafael sa asawa na para bang gusto niyang makipag-usap ng walang nakikinig. Mara, let us step into the office. Not until the evidence is secured. I did not know Damien planned to keep the revenue outside. But you knew my signature was being used. Ramon told me the authorization was valid. Did I ever tell you I signed it? You refused to discuss the transition. Because there was no transition to discuss. You left me no choice. You had many choices. You could have asked. You could have waited. You could have told the investors the truth. You chose the woman beside you and the power you wanted. Humina ang boses ni Rafael. I thought you would eventually approve. So you announced it first to force my hand. Hindi siya nakasagot. Ipinagpatuloy ni Mara. You believe that if the stage, cameras and investors accepted Bianca as owner, I would become the difficult wife who endangered the project by objecting. You planned to turn public pressure into legal control. Binalikan ni Director Vargas ang contract. This agreement would leave licensing liability with Aurora Meridian while allocating significant revenue to related entities. Tinanong niya si Damien kung idineklara ba nito ang kanyang interest sa Golden Crest. Indirect advisory interest only. Percentage, 3%. Was it disclosed to the license holder? The annex was available? Did Mrs. De Leon Salazar approve it? No. Then it was not disclosed to the person legally responsible for the license. Inutusan ng regulator ang temporary sealing ng Room 7, preservation ng chips, at suspension ng Golden Crest, pending full investigation. Hindi isinara ang buong casino dahil walang actual wager na tinanggap at kusa namang iniulat ni Mara ang violation bago magsimula ang laro. Ang main floor ay nanatiling sarado sa loob ng 2 oras para sa accelerated review. Ang hotel, restaurants at ballroom ay nagpatuloy. Sa halip na mass panic, tahimik na inilipat ang mga bisita sa dining and entertainment areas. Ang 12 VIP guests ay kinausap ng pribado at ipinaalam na hindi pa maaaring gamitin ang kanilang credit lines. Ang mga may verified lawful funds ay inalok ng refund o later booking. Ang mga may incomplete files ay hindi pinayagang maglaro. Sa stage, wala ng palakpakan. Nakatayo si Rafael sa tabi ng unsigned contract habang si Bianca ay wala ng access card, office o legal title. Tiningnan ni Mara ang ceremonial chair na tinawag nilang owner's seat. You can give her the chair, the key, and every lie you repeated to the press. Sabi niya sa asawa. But you cannot give away a license that never belonged to you. Pagkatapos ay ibinalik niya ang kaniyang official credentials sa lanyard at humarap sa mga investor. Aurora Crown will not open through hidden owners, copied signatures, or unverified money. Anyone who invested based on a false ownership representation will receive full access to the corrected records. Anyone who works here will be protected for reporting irregularities. And any executive who used this license without authority will answer through an independent process. Sa likod niya, muling lumitaw sa malaking screen ang pangalan na ilang oras nilang pilit binura. Mariana de Leon Salazar, approved license holder and controlling principal. Sa unang pagkakataon ng gabing iyon, hindi na maitatago si Mara sa likod ng mga ilaw. Promotional videos o ceremonial titles, ang babaeng itinuring nilang pangalan lamang sa papeles, ang siyang nagligtas sa kasino mula sa pagbukas sa ilalim ng isang operasyon na maaaring sumira rito bago pa man matapos ang unang gabi. Ang CEO na nagbenta ng lisensyang hindi kanya. 2 oras matapos ihinto ang signing ceremony. Nagmukhang ibang lugar ang Aurora Crown Grand Casino Resort. Nandoon pa rin ang mga ilaw, orkestra, at mamahaling dekorasyon. Ngunit wala na ang dating pakiramdam ng tagumpay. Ang VIP corridor ay isinara ng compliance officers. Ang gold access panels ay naging pula, at ang room 7 ay nilagyan ng temporary regulatory seal. Sa main floor, hinihintay ng dealers ang bagong clearance habang tahimik na kinakausap ng customer relations team ang mga bisita. Walang sigawan at walang sapilitang pagpapalabas. Iniutos ni Mara na tratuhin ng maayos ang bawat customer. Kahit ang ilan sa kanila ay dinala roon sa pamamagitan ng mga dokumentong hindi kumpleto. We investigate the people who created the system, sabi niya kay Mateo. We do not humiliate the customers who were told the system was valid. Sa loob ng room 7, isa-isang binilang ni Anya at ng independent audit team ang 20 chip cases. Ang kabuuang halaga ay tumugma sa 680 million pesos. Ngunit hindi lahat ng serial number ay nakarehistro sa official launch inventory. 4 na cases ang may tamang production record ngunit maling release classification. 9 ang inilista bilang promotional allocation kahit lumampas ng maraming beses sa legal promotional limit. Ang 7 naman ay minarkahang test chips. Kahit nakalagay na ang mga ito sa live gaming trays, sa isang velvet case. Natagpuan ang handwritten credit notes para sa 5 bisita na walang official casino account. Ang isang note ay may lagda ni Marco at may instruction na collect through Pacific Meridian after play. Nang makita iyon ni Director Vargas, sinabi niya, "This is not a harmless opening night shortcut. This is an alternative financial channel operating inside a licensed casino." Sinubukan ni Marco na ipaliwanag na ang Golden Crest Premier Club ay karaniwang junket partner lamang. "We bring verified high-value players," sabi niya. The paperwork was delayed because of the opening. Ipinakita ni Mara ang listahan ng 12 bisita. 3 companies were registered less than 60 days ago. 2 source of funds files contain only unsigned letters. 1 guest has an internal risk alert. 1 guest has no banking profile. They are personal referrals. Personal familiarity is not financial verification. You do not understand the VIP market. I understand that a chip is a financial instrument once issued under a gaming license. No wager was placed because compliance locked the tables. Tumingin si Marco sa sahig. Wala siyang sagot na makakapagpaliwanag kung bakit kailangang ilipat ang payments sa external account kung totoong bahagi lamang iyon ng normal casino operation. Agad na sinuspinde ng regulator ang Golden Crest bilang proposed VIP operator. Pina-freeze ang mga account na tumanggap ng customer deposits. At ipinadala ang formal preservation notices sa Pacific Meridian Settlement Services. Sa unang review, lumitaw na ang processor ay pag-aari ng 3 layered companies. Isa sa mga iyon ay konektado kay Bianca, isa kay Damian, at isa sa business associate ni Marco. Hindi pa napatutunayang may aktual na money laundering. Ngunit malinaw na itinayo ang structure upang paghiwalayin ang guest payments mula sa Aurora Meridian records. The casino would report the chips, sabi ni Mateo. But another company would hold the repayment. Tumango si Mara, meaning the license carries the risk while the side company keeps the cash. Sa executive conference room, nagsimulang magtalo sina Rafael, Bianca, at Damien. Hawak ni Rafael ang printed message thread na ipinakita sa ballroom. You told me Golden Crest would remit everything after reconciliation. Sabi niya kay Damian. It would? Sagot ng CFO. Then why does the message say you would keep the VIP revenue outside Aurora Meridian Temporary Settlement language? And why does Bianca have ownership interest in Pacific Meridian? Tumingin siya sa babae. You told me your only interest was branding. Sumagot si Bianca. I invested in the platform because you said we were building the future together. You did not tell me you would benefit from every VIP transfer. You did not ask about every corporate detail. Because you told me Damian handled it, and you signed whatever he put in front of you. Nagbago ang mukha ni Rafael. You encouraged me to announce you as owner. You promised me the title. I promised a future position after the ownership restructuring. You said Mara would eventually have no choice. That does not mean I agreed to become the only person legally responsible. You were already the CEO of Salazar Crown, not of the licensed corporation. You knew that before you went on stage. Hindi nakasagot si Rafael. Sa unang pagkakataon, ang sariling mga salita ni Bianca ang nag-alis sa kaniya ng depensang ginagamit niyang nalinlang lamang siya. Alam niyang wala siyang gaming authority. Alam niyang si Mara ang license holder. Gayunpaman, pinili niyang gamitin ang public announcement upang lumikha ng pressure at magmukhang tapos na ang transfer. Samantala, sinuri ni Beatrice ang 420 million peso event contract ng Isabela Lux Productions. On stage, lighting, performers at catering coordination ay nagkakahalaga lamang ng halos 228 million pesos ayon sa actual vendor invoices. Ang natitirang halaga ay nakalatag sa 4 na suspicious categories, 48 million pesos na brand consultation para sa company ni Bianca, 30 million pesos na restructuring advisory fee para sa entity ni Damian, 52 million pesos na media placement fund na walang final supplier, at mahigit 60 million pesos na strategic investor acquisition reserve. Ang reserve ang planong gamitin upang bumili ng shares mula sa maliliit na investor kapag bumaba ang Aurora Meridian valuation. The opening event was not only inflated, sabi ni Beatrice sa board, it was financing the attempted ownership transfer. Ipinatawag si Isabela sa audit room. Una niyang iginiit na normal ang creative premium sa luxury events. Ngunit nang ipakita ang duplicate invoices at payment instructions sa related companies. Sinabi niyang si Bianca ang nagbigay ng branding allocations at si Damian ang naghanda ng financial categories. Did you know the reserve would be used to purchase Aurora Meridian shares? Tanong ni Mara. I knew there was an investor relations fund. Did you know the shares would be purchased after revenue was moved out and the company appeared less profitable, no? Did you ask? Damian said the strategy was approved. By whom? Hindi siya makasagot. Dahil dito, sinuspinde ang contract payments. At ang Isabela Lux Productions ay inalis sa approved supplier list habang nagpapatuloy ang forensic review. Mas malala ang sitwasyon ni Attorney Ramon Cortez. Ang kaniyang power of attorney ay hindi lamang kulang sa regulator verification. Napatunayan ng document examiner na ang pirma ni Mara ay eksaktong digital copy mula sa 2023 construction contract. Pareho ang pixel pattern, pressure irregularity at background artifact. Nang tanungin kung paano napunta ang signature sa bagong authorization, sinabi niyang ipinadala iyon sa kaniya ng isang Salazar Crown assistant. Did you verify with Mrs. De Leon Salazar? Tanong ni Director Vargas. I was told Mr. Rafael had her approval. Did you speak to her? No. Did she personally execute the power of attorney? No. Then why did you prepare a document stating she granted direct authority? It was intended for internal use. It was presented to investors, technicians and gaming staff. Hindi na niya maipagtanggol ang sarili. Ipinaalam sa kaniya na ang document ay ipapasa sa legal and professional disciplinary authorities. Si Ramon Castillo naman ay sinuspinde bilang floor manager. Ipinakita ng access logs na siya ang nagbukas ng room 7. Nagbigay ng gold credential kay Bianca at nagtangkang gamitin ang emergency table code. May 3 transfer mula sa Golden Crest papunta sa account ng consulting company ng kanyang asawa. Ipinagtanggol niya ang sarili sa pagsasabing inaasahan niyang magiging legal ang authority pagkatapos ng opening. You cannot operate a casino based on future permission. Sabi ni Mateo. I was following Mr. Rafael's orders. You were also paid by Golden Crest. Those were consulting fees. For what service? VIP coordination? You were already being paid by Aurora Meridian to coordinate VIP operations lawfully. Wala na siyang maibigay na sagot. Sa emergency board meeting ng Aurora Meridian Gaming Corporation, ipinakita ni Mara ang buong structure, ang copied signature, unauthorized chips, hidden ownership, event overpricing, false titles at ang agreement na mag-iiwan ng regulatory liability sa licensed company habang inililipat ang revenue sa side entities. Ang mga independent directors ay bumoto upang suspindihin ang lahat ng Salazar Crown Gaming access. Hindi nito automatikong tinapos ang hotel, restaurant at entertainment partnerships. Ngunit wala ng kapangyarihan ang grupo ni Rafael sa gaming floor. Chip systems, VIP rooms at customer verification. Ang anumang hospitality service ay kailangang dumaan sa bagong independent contract. Dumalo si Rafael sa meeting sa pamamagitan ng video mula sa conference room. You cannot remove Salazar Crown from the project we built. Sabi niya. The board is not removing the hotel partnership. Sagot ni Mara. It is removing unauthorized gaming control. Without our brand, the casino loses its market. The casino can purchase lawful marketing services without surrendering the license. You are reducing us to a vendor. That is what the contract always said. We are more than that. Then earn greater authority through lawful investment and regulatory approval. Not copying yet, sir? Humingi si Rafael ng pagkakataong magsalita ng pribado kay Mara. Nang matapos ang board meeting, nagkita sila sa tunay na owner's office. Naibalik na ang brass nameplate ni Mara. Ngunit iniutos niyang alisin muna ang parehong pangalan mula sa desk upang hindi magmukhang personal na tagumpay ang imbestigasyon. Nakatayo si Rafael sa tabi ng bintanang tanaw ang casino floor. I did not know Damien's companies would keep the revenue. Sabi niya. I believe you. I did not know Bianca had that much interest in the payment processor. I believe you. Then tell the board I was deceived. They already know. Tell them to restore my authority. No. Huminga ng malalim si Rafael. You admit I was used. But you still punish me. The board suspended you because you made false ownership statements, authorized copied documents, and tried to open an unapproved VIP room. I was trying to secure the launch. You were trying to make the transfer appear complete before I could object. I thought you would block everything because you never trusted Bianca. This is not about whether I trusted her. She had no approved role. She helped build the brand. That does not make her a license holder. You always hide behind the law. The law is the only reason the casino can operate. Tumingin siya kay Mara nang may halong galit at pagod. You let me go on stage. You let me call her owner. I did. Why? Because I needed to know whether you would stop before making the false statement publicly. You wanted evidence. I wanted the truth. You already knew I was planning the announcement. I did not know whether you would change the language when asked about the license. You did not. So you watched me destroy myself. I watched you choose. Hindi agad nakasagot si Rafael. Sa labas ng opisina, Makikita ang staff na muling nagbubukas ng ilang approved gaming tables matapos ang accelerated compliance review. Maayos ang pila ng customers at walang kaguluhan. Ang kasino ay hindi bumagsak nang mawala ang kanyang executive access. Patuloy itong gumana sa ilalim ng tunay na control system na ilang taon niyang tinawag na paperwork lamang. I thought the project needed one public leader. Sabi niya, it needed one clear story. You chose a false story because the true one did not place you at the center. Pinakita ni Mara ang message ni Damian at Bianca. They planned for your signature to carry the executive responsibility. My license would carry the regulatory liability. Their companies would hold the VIP revenue. Tumingin si Rafael sa screen. I know. Do you understand what that means? They betrayed me. Yes. Then why are you not angrier at them than at me? Because their betrayal does not erase yours. I never planned to send you to prison. You planned to use my license without consent. Whether you intended the consequences does not remove them. Nang gabing iyon, nagpulong ang Salazar Crown Leisure Group Board. Ipinakita ng independent directors ang footage ng announcement, ang Kabit signature authorization, ang event overpricing, at ang undisclosed financial interests ni Bianca at Damian. Sinuspinde si Damian bilang CFO at isinara ang kanyang access sa banking, vendor systems at corporate records. Si Bianca ay tinanggal bilang communications director pending investigation. Ang kaniyang brand fees at consulting payments ay na-freeze. Si Marco ay inalis sa lahat ng VIP and junket functions. Si Isabella ay sinuspinde bilang approved event supplier. Pagkatapos ay dumating ang usapin tungkol kay Rafael. Sinubukan niyang ipaliwanag na ang hotel and entertainment strategy ay lehitimo at ang illegal structure ay gawa ni Damian. Kinilala ng board na may katotohanan iyon. Ngunit tinanong siya ng independent chair kung alam ba niyang hindi pumirma si Mara sa power of attorney. I was told the document reflected her previous approval. Did you ask her directly? No. Did you publicly state Bianca was owner despite no shares or license? Yes. Did you authorize the VIP chip release? I approved the opening allocation. Before verification, I believed the files would be completed. Did you know the regulator had not approved the room 7? Matagal siyang natahimik. Yes. Sa pagtatapos ng hearing, sinuspinde si Rafael bilang CEO at Executive Chairman ng Salazar Crown Leisure Group. Hindi pa iyon permanent removal. Ngunit nawala sa kanya ang authority sa contracts, banks, media statements, at Aurora Crown Partnership. Ang resolution ay malinaw ang isang CEO na sadyang nagpapakilala ng maling owner, gumagamit ng unverified authorization, at nagbibigay ng access sa regulated operation ay hindi maaaring manatili sa control habang iniimbestigahan. Pagkatapos ng desisyon, hinanap ni Rafael si Mara sa Surveillance Command Center. Nakaupo siya kasama sina Mateo at Anya. Sinusuri ang final reconciliation ng chips. Lahat ng 20 cases ay na-secure. Walang chip na na-redeem at walang actual wager na naganap sa room 7. Dahil dito, nanatiling active ang main license sa ilalim ng enhanced supervision. You saved the license, sabi niya. I protected it, and you let me lose everything. You lost authority because you tried to give away something you did not own. I was your husband. That did not make my license marital property you could hand to another woman. Tumingin si Rafael kay Anya at Mateo. Saka hiniling na makausap si Mara ng mag-isa. Nang lumabas ang dalawa, sinabi niya, tell the board I can still fix the hospitality side. I built the investor relationships. The board may consider a future role after the investigation. I need you to support me now. I will support lawful continuity for the employees and hotels. Not me, not your executive position. You are choosing the company over our marriage. You chose the title, the stage, and Bianca over the truth before I ever made that choice. Humina ang boses niya. I thought once the transfer was announced, you would accept it to protect the opening. That was the point. Wasn't it I knew you would not want the project embarrassed? So you used my sense of responsibility against me. Hindi siya sumagot. Ipinagpatuloy ni Mara. You did not lose the casino when my name appeared on the screen. You lost the right to enter the control room when you decided your wife's license was an asset you could present to your mistress. Sa labas, muling lumiwanag ang approved sections ng casino floor. Ang mga verified guests ay pinayagang maglaro sa mga regular na mesa. Ang room 7 ay nanatiling sealed. Ang ceremonial owner's chair ay inalis sa stage. At ang gold key ni Bianca ay inilagay sa evidence cabinet dahil ginamit iyon sa false ownership presentation. Hindi isinara ni Mara ang buong resort. Ang mga hotel workers, dealers, cleaners, chefs at security staff ay nagpatuloy sa trabaho. Ang mga taong walang kinalaman sa pandaraya ay hindi kailangang magbayad sa kasalanan ng mga executive. Bago matapos ang gabi, pinirmahan ni Mara ang voluntary compliance report para sa regulator. Hindi niya itinago ang attempted violations at hindi rin niya pinalaki ang mga bagay na hindi nangyari. Malinaw niyang isinulat na walang wager ang tinanggap sa unauthorized room. Ngunit may deliberate attempt na maglabas ng chips. Gumamit ng undisclosed operator at magpanggap ng ownership transfer. Sa huling pahina, inilagay niya ang corrective actions, full VIP audit, suspension of related operators, independent review of all vendor contracts at permanent protection para sa mga empleyadong nag-report. Inilagay ni Anya sa harap niya ang copied signature document at nagtanong, Madam Chairwoman, should we destroy the fake authorization after the investigation? Umiling si Mara. No. Preserve it. Why keep something false? Because false documents matter when people remember only the ceremony and forget how close the casino came to opening under a lie. Ang lisensyang hindi ginawang sandata. 11 buwan matapos ang magulong opening night ng Aurora Crown Grand Casino Resort. Natapos ang unang buong regulatory audit sa Aurora Meridian Gaming Corporation, Salazar Crown Leisure Group, Golden Crest Premier Club at lahat ng kumpanyang konektado sa VIP operations. Sa panahong iyon, hindi isinara ni Mara ang casino upang ipakita na siya ang tunay na may-ari. Sa halip, pinili niyang panatilihing bukas lamang ang mga bahaging pumasa sa compliance review. Habang isa-isang inaayos ang mga system na muntik nang gamitin para sa illegal credit, hidden revenue at false ownership. Ang main gaming floor ay nagpatuloy sa ilalim ng enhanced supervision. Ngunit nanatiling sarado ang Room 7 ng mahigit 6 na buwan. Para kay Mara, mas mabuting mawalan ng kita mula sa isang VIP room kaysa mawala ang buong lisensya dahil sa isang gabing pinili ng mga executive ang ambisyon kaysa batas. Ang unang priority ay ang mga guest na dinala ng Golden Crest. Ang mga customer na nagbigay ng lawful deposits ngunit hindi pinayagang maglaro ay nakatanggap ng full refund, bank fee reimbursement at written explanation. Ang mga depositong dumaan sa Pacific Meridian Settlement Services ay isa-isang ibinalik matapos ma-verify ang source. Hindi ginamit ni Mara ang privacy ng customers upang pagtakpan ang wrongdoing. Ngunit hindi rin niya sila ipinahiya sa media. Some were misled into believing Golden Crest was an approved operator, sabi niya sa regulator. They should not be treated as criminals simply because executives presented an invalid system as legitimate. Ang mga account na may suspicious transaction indicators ay ipinasa sa tamang reporting process. Ngunit walang customer ang pinangalanan sa press bago makumpleto ang lawful review. Muling idinisenyo ang buong VIP program. Wala nang junket operator na maaaring maglabas ng chips, magtakda ng credit o tumanggap ng repayment sa labas ng Aurora Meridian System. Ang lahat ng high-value guests ay kailangang dumaan sa centralized identity verification. source of funds review, at independent risk scoring. Ang bawat chip case ay may dual control release, isang pirma mula sa Treasury at isang pirma mula sa compliance. Ang digital signature ay hindi maaaring kopyahin mula sa lumang file dahil ang bawat approval ay nangangailangan ng live biometric confirmation at rotating verification code. Ang manual emergency mode ay nanatili. Ngunit maaari lamang gamitin kapag sabay na nag-aproba ang compliance director, surveillance chief, at regulator liaison. No title, family name or personal referral can replace the control chain. Sabi ni Mara sa bagong policy launch, si Anya Cruz ang isa sa mga pangunahing tumulong sa pagbuo ng bagong system. Mula sa ordinaryong chip inventory clerk, itinaas siya bilang Deputy Supervisor for Gaming Asset Integrity. Ang kanyang tungkulin ay hindi lamang magbilang ng chip. May kapangyarihan na siyang mag-freeze ng release. Humiling ng forensic review at direktang mag-report sa audit committee kapag may executive na gustong lampasan ang procedure. Sa unang araw niya sa bagong posisyon, iniabot ni Mara ang preserved copy ng release report na may ninakaw na pirma. Keep this in the training archive. Sabi niya, not because the signature is mine, but because the document shows how easily people stop asking questions when a powerful name appears at the bottom. Tiningnan ni Anya ang bagong badge. Madam Chairwoman, some senior managers still think I became important only because I help you. Sumagot si Mara. Then prove them wrong by protecting the system even when the person requesting an exception is me. What if you give a direct order? Ask for the legal basis. And if there's none, refuse it. Nagulat ang dalaga. Even if you are the license holder, especially then, a control that disappears when the owner speaks is not a control. It is decoration. Nanatili si Mateo Reyes bilang compliance director. Ngunit pinalawak ang kanyang authority. Hindi na maaaring bawasan ng hospitality executives ang compliance budget. Palitan ang surveillance staff o magbukas ng VIP program nang walang independent board review. Itinatag niya ang Aurora Integrity Academy, kung saan sinasanay ang dealers, hosts, cashiers, security personnel, at managers tungkol sa suspicious transactions, customer dignity, at executive pressure. Isa sa mga unang case study ang opening night attempt sa Room 7. Hindi binanggit sa training ang relasyon ni Rafael at Bianca. Ang focus ay ang chain of failure false title, copie signature, hidden operator, incomplete guest files at employees na pinagbantaang sumunod. Ang Golden Crest Premier Club ay tuluyang nawalan ng karapatang maging operator sa Aurora Crown. Ang financial review ay nagpakitang may mga deposits na idinirekta sa Pacific Meridian at may internal instructions na i-reconcile lamang ang mga ito matapos ang gaming sessions. Hindi na patunayang nakumpleto ang planong laundering dahil nalock ang tables bago nagsimula ang play. Ngunit sapat ang evidence upang ipagbawal ang company sa anumang Aurora Meridian program. Si Marco Salazar ay tinanggal sa lahat ng VIP roles at hindi pinayagang bumalik bilang consultant sa loob ng 10 taon. Ang kaniyang beneficial interest sa payment entities ay ipinasa sa regulators at tax authorities. Sa final hearing, sinabi ni Marco na nakagawa sila ng aggressive but common VIP arrangement. Tinanong siya ni Director Vargas kung karaniwan bang itago ang guest repayment sa external processor at ipasa ang chip liability sa ibang company. We intended to reconcile everything. Sagot niya. After the gambling, yes. Then the licensed casino would carry the transaction before receiving the money. Temporarily. And your company would hold the repayment. Temporarily? How long? Hindi na siya nakasagot. Ang salitang temporary ang naging paboritong depensa ng lahat. Ngunit wala ni isa sa kanilang documents ang may malinaw na deadline para ibalik ang revenue. Nauditin ng Isabela Lux Production. Napatunayang malaki ang event overpricing at may mga fee na idinisenyong ilipat ang surplus sa related entities. Kinansela ang unpaid portion ng contract at na-recover ang malaking bahagi ng advance payments. Hindi tuluyang isinara ang company ni Isabela. Ngunit tinanggal ito sa Aurora supplier list at ipinagbawal sa related party bidding sa loob ng 5 taon. Sa isang private meeting, sinabi niya kay Mara, "The opening looked successful because of us." Sumagot si Mara, "The stage was beautiful. The contract was not. Luxury events are expensive. Then charge the real cost and disclose the profit. Do not hide an ownership fund inside lighting and media fees." Si Damien Flores ay permanenteng tinanggal bilang CFO ng Salazar Crown. Ang 30 million peso advisory fee at secret interest sa Golden Crest at Pacific Meridian ang naging sentro ng kanyang case. Sa board hearing, ipinilit niyang si Rafael ang ultimate decision maker. Kinilala iyon ng board. Ngunit hindi nito pinawalang sala si Damian. Rafael's signature proves his responsibility. Sabi ng independent chair, "Your design, hidden ownership and revenue route, prove yours." Na-freeze ang mga disputed fees. At ang kaniyang access sa regulated leisure projects ay isinailalim sa industry-wide review. Si Attorney Ramon Cortes naman ay naharap sa professional disciplinary process dahil sa copied signature, misleading power of attorney at pagtatangkang ipakita ang invalid document bilang source of gaming authority. Si Ramon Castillo ay tuluyang nawalan ng floor manager position. Napatunayang alam niyang walang approved role si Bianca ngunit binigyan pa rin niya ito ng gold principal card. Binuksan ang room 7 at sinubukang gumamit ng emergency activation code. Ang mga consulting payments mula sa Golden Crest ay itinuring na undisclosed conflict. Sa final interview, sinabi niya, "I believe Bianca would become owner after the launch." Sumagot si Mateo, "You operated tonight's casino based on tomorrow's imaginary approval. Mr. Rafael was the CEO of the hotel partner. Everyone treated him as the owner. That is why employees are trained to read authority, not applause." Nawala kay Bianca ang lahat ng posisyon sa Aurora Crown at Salazar Crown. Ang kaniyang Madam Owner title ay hindi kailanman kinilala sa anumang legal record. Ang gold key ay nanatili sa evidence archive. At ang owner's office ay muling ginawang license holder and board compliance office sa halip na personal suite. Sa mga unang buwan, sinubukan ni Bianca na kontrolin ang public narrative. Sinabi niya sa interviews na si Mara ay isang selosang asawa na ginamit ang regulation upang sirain ang isang matagumpay na launch. Ngunit nang ilabas ang redacted audit findings, nakita ng publiko ang external payment structure, copied signature at mensaheng nagsasabing ang license ni Mara ang haharap sa regulator habang ang VIP revenue ay mananatili sa side companies. Sa isang televised interview, tinanong si Bianca kung alam ba niyang hindi siya beneficial owner noong tawagin siyang Madam Owner. Sumagot siya, "Rafael promised the structure would change. But had it changed that night, not formally? Did you have gaming principal approval? No. Did you still order the VIP room opened? I was told I had authority. Did you disclose your financial interest in the payment company?" Matagal siyang hindi sumagot. Sa huli, sinabi niyang private investment iyon. Tinanong ng host kung bakit hindi iyon sinabi sa license holder. Tinapos ng kanyang media team ang interview bago ang susunod na commercial break. Hindi rin agad bumagsak ang Salazar Crown Leisure Group. Alam ni Mara na ang thousands of hotel employees, chef, cleaners, performers at suppliers ay walang kinalaman sa scheme. Kaya pinayagan niyang magpatuloy ang hotel, restaurant at entertainment services sa ilalim ng bagong non-exclusive contracts. Ang bawat fee ay malinaw. Ang vendor ownership ay disclosed at wala ng hospitality executive na maaaring magbigay ng gaming instruction Sa halip na tanggalin ang pangalang Salazar sa buong resort, pinanatili niya ito sa hotel brand, habang malinaw na tinukoy na ang casino ay operated solely by Aurora Meridian Gaming Corporation. Sa final board hearing ni Rafael, kinilala ang tunay niyang kontribusyon. Siya ang nagdala ng international hotel partners, performers, media attention, at malaking bahagi ng tourism market. Ngunit kinilala rin na alam niyang si Mara ang license holder. Alam niyang walang approved ownership role si Bianca at alam niyang hindi pa pinahihintulutan ng Room 7. Pinili pa rin niyang gumawa ng public announcement, gamitin ang Kabit authority, at pirmahan ng chip release instruction. I was deceived about the hidden revenue. Sabi niya, that is supported by the evidence. Sagot ng chair. I did not know Damian and Bianca planned to leave me responsible. That is also supported. Then why am I being removed permanently? Because before they used your ambition, you knowingly used authority that belonged to your wife. Permanenteng tinanggal si Rafael bilang CEO at Executive Chairman. Nananatili sa kanya ang personal shares at lawful compensation na hindi konektado sa wrongdoing. Ngunit wala na siyang kontrol sa Aurora Crown Partnership, banking system o public ownership statements. Binigyan siya ng pagkakataong bumalik sa hospitality industry bilang non-executive consultant matapos ang ilang taon at subject sa governance review. Ngunit hindi na siya maaaring katawanin bilang founder-owner ng casino. Ang kanyang pangalan ay hindi binura sa history ng project, ngunit itinama ang kanyang role. Ang huling personal na pag-uusap ni Mara at Rafael ay naganap sa conference room na dating tinawag ni Bianca na owner's office. Wala na ang gold nameplate, ceremonial key at promotional photographs. Sa mesa ay ang divorce agreement at separation of business interests. Tumingin si Rafael sa paligid. You removed every trace of that night. No. Sagot ni Mara. The records are preserved. I removed the false title from the door. Do you still hate seeing her name there? I hated what it represented, not the affair alone, but the belief that a public gesture could replace legal truth. Umupo si Rafael sa tapat niya. I loved you once. I know. Perhaps I still do. Love without respect becomes possession. I thought we were building Aurora Crown together. We were. Then why did I always feel like a guest in the gaming side? Because you refused to complete the licensing requirements. I was building the business. And I was protecting the license that allowed the business to exist. You made me feel secondary. So you tried to make me invisible. Huminga siya ng mabigat. Bianca made me feel like the visionary everyone believed I was. She reflected the version of yourself you wanted to see. And you only showed me risk, restrictions, and documents. Because those risks were real. I wanted one night where I was not being told what I could not do. You chose the only night when every rule mattered most. Tiningnan ni Rafael ang divorce papers. Could you forgive me if I cooperated with every investigation? Cooperation is your duty, not payment for forgiveness. Can we remain married while I repair what I did? Umiling si Mara. No. Because of Bianca. Because you used our marriage as evidence that my authority belonged to you. You thought being my husband allowed you to offer my license, my shares, and my public silence to someone else. I never meant to lose the casino. You were willing to risk it to gain control. Tahimik na pinirmahan ni Rafael ang divorce agreement. Bago siya umalis, tinanong niya, Am I banned from Aurora Crown? No. Nagulat siya. After everything, any adult guest who passes verification, follows the rules and does not demand authority, may enter lawful public areas. Even Bianca. Even Bianca. You would allow her to walk onto the floor she claimed to own. As a guest. Yes. Why? Because a license should protect the operation, not become my personal weapon. Can I enter the control room again? Tanong niya. Only if you have a legitimate approved purpose and the compliance team authorizes it. Not because I was your husband. Never again because of that. Isang taon matapos ang opening scandal, muling inilunsad ang Aurora Crown sa ilalim ng campaign na clear ownership, responsible play, protected people. Hindi nakasentro ang bagong media presentation kay Mara. Sa halip, ipinakita ang dealers, surveillance officers, cashish, kitchen staff, compliance analysts at hotel workers. Ang ceremonial owner's chair ay hindi na ibinalik sa stage. Pinalitan iyon ng isang transparent display tungkol sa ownership structure, license responsibility at customer protection. Sa bagong bukas na Room 7, wala ng golden crest signage o external payment forms. Bago makapasok ang unang approved guest, personal na sinuri ni Anya ang chip ledger habang pinanood ni Mateo ang live control dashboard. Hindi pumirma si Mara bilang espesyal na exception. Dumaan siya sa parehong biometric verification na kinakailangan sa ibang authorized principal. Nang maaprubahan ng release, sinabi ni Anya, "All controls complete." Madam Chairwoman? Sumagot si Mara. Then opened the room. Sa media briefing, tinanong siya ng isang reporter kung ipinagbabawal ba niyang pumasok sina Rafael at Bianca. No. Sagot niya. If they enter as lawful guests, complete the required checks and respect the employees, they receive the same treatment as anyone else. What about the owner's chair Bianca sat on? It was furniture. And the gold key, it opened nothing. Natawa ng bahagyo ang ilang reporter. Ngunit nanatiling seryoso si Mara. So what makes someone the true owner? Tanong ng reporter. Tumingin si Mara sa casino floor, kung saan maayos na nagtatrabaho ang dealers at compliance staff, habang tuloy ang operasyon nang walang nakatagong room o copied signature. Not the person holding the microphone when the cameras are on? Sagot niya. The true principal is the person who accepts responsibility when the lights are off. The guests have gone home, and every chip, payment and decision must still be explained. Sa gabing tinawag ni Rafael si Bianca na Madam Owner. Naniwala silang ang isang title ay maaaring maging totoo kapag sapat ang lakas ng palakpakan. Ngunit nang matapos ang musika, ang kasino ay nanatiling nakatayo dahil sa mga taong nagbilang ng chip. Nagtago ng record. Humarang sa invalid order at tumangging gawing dekorasyon ng batas. Ang pangalan ni Mara ang nasa lisensya. Ngunit hindi iyon lamang ang dahilan kung bakit siya ang tunay na may karapatang mamuno. Naging karapat-dapat siya dahil nang maaari niyang isara ang buong resort upang maghiganti. Pinili niyang isara lamang ang sistemang mapanlinlang at panatilihing bukas ang mga pintuang nagbibigay ng marangal na trabaho sa libu-libong tao.